Excellent. How's things anyway with yourself?
Sorry?
How's things with you?
Oh, it's all right. It's just fine. No cold for me, so can't
Yeah.
complain.
What's how's the rest of the band? All doing good?
Yeah, Tony, he was having a bit of a cold this weekend, I think, but I think he's all right now.
Oh, excellent. Starting off, growing up, what music and was you into, and what did you used to get up to as a youngster, music wise and everything?
Yeah, first of all, the only thing that I really cared for as a kid was classical music, really. But after a while, I remember the first time that I heard heavy metal, I was like, "Whoa, what was that? That sounded so cool, so heavy and so cool." So, um, and then I got into. I remember the first album from Wasp, stuff like that. I kept listening to that for like all the time, basically. It was so good. And of course, from there, I got into even heavier stuff, like Accept from Germany. And from there into probably Metallica, and from there into even more thrash metal like Testament. Um, what else, and into Nuclear Assault, and into death metal stuff. First band I think I heard was Napalm Death, and first time I heard it, I couldn't stand the vocals, but as I kept listening more and more into death metal, I remember picking up Entombed and Dismember, Deicide, and I started to really dig Napalm Death. So yeah, I guess that's the whole.
You're not the first member of a band which I've spoken to about growing up with music and being from with classical being one of their main loves. It's crazy how you could take classical music and death metal, but it's like they belong together in a
I
strange.
think so.
Yeah,
I think so
it's.
too. If you're listening to our title track on this record, I think you could. That's very influenced by classical music.
Oh, well, we'll go into the album in a minute, but I've got such a broad love of music, and like yourself, I can appreciate the classical because to me it's not about it's about the art and how a musician can create, and that's what's so special to me about music, being Billie Eilish or being Beethoven.
Yeah.
How you could create something, and it's fantastic.
Yeah.
With growing up, when did you first want to be in a band, and when did you first start learning instruments?
Yeah, I think I was in eighth grade when I was way into heavy metal and thrash metal by that time. Uh, Probably very much into Metallica, Master of Puppets era. And I remember I was at the library at the school where I went to at that time. I heard some nearby room, some other kid probably played Paranoid by Black Sabbath on guitar, and I was like, wait a minute, yeah, why not? Why not play an instrument? Since I love music so much, heavy metal especially, why not play it myself? And I remember when he played that famous riff by Black Sabbath, I could basically see the chords he were playing in my head. So I got home that very same day. I picked up my mom's acoustic and tried it out, see if what I like the vision I had in my head, if that was correct, and it actually was. So I can't explain how I could see that, but I just picked it up and I played Paranoid the way I saw it in my head, and I took it from there. Um, and I was pretty fast learner. I didn't really have to work on, how to use all fingers, and it just came natural to me.
Yeah, I grew up. I I'm a massive Gene Simmons fan, and growing
Okay.
up, I wanted to be Gene Simmons.
Oh yeah.
Um, I wanted to play bass guitar, but my parents wouldn't allow me. They were like, no,
Okay.
no, if you're going to learn something, you're going to learn a guitar. And I was going, I don't want to
Oh
fucking
yeah.
guitar. I want to be Gene Simmons.
Yeah.
And I had my fucking hair permed, which went wrong.
Oh.
Yeah, my hair was down to there, and I went to this hairdresser's, and I took Crazy Night's album cover, and I said, I
Yeah.
want my hair like that. And the bloke went,
Okay.
that's perm. I said, whatever. So he permed it, and
Oh.
from there up, and it was just so tight to my head. I looked stupid. I hated him for it.
Oh
Everyone
yeah.
took this. So that was me growing up
Yeah.
with instruments.
Okay.
What's your first guitar?
First guitar was, I think it was an Ibanez. Um, yeah, it was an Ibanez Joe Satriani model,
I
black. It was really cool.
Mine was a Marlin Sidewinder.
Okay.
It was do you ever remember the Marlin guitars? Very,
I don't think I do.
yeah, in the same sort of well, it's the same shape as the Fender, but
Okay, yeah.
a cheaper.
Classical looking
Yeah,
guitar then.
it's uh, but my mate's first one was a Kramer, I think. I think he had a
Yeah.
Kramer. There's
Yeah,
so
those are
many.
cool. Oh
I,
yeah.
I could go I could go shopping and I could just sit there in a music shop and just look all day at guitars. I just love them.
Oh yeah.
So moving on to the album, how long did it take to
Yeah.
record, and when did you start writing the album?
Yeah. I did start writing some of the stuff already back in 2014. Um, and yeah, like the first thing that I actually wrote was well, the embryo, I guess, for Queen of Lies. I remember coming up with the chords for like the vocal line, for the chords for the vocal line on the chorus. Uh, um, and then I felt it sounded pretty cool, like some Hellraiser style, I guess. And from there, I when I got home, I actually came up with the chords being on tour with Cannibal Corpse and Revocation. And when I got back home, I started working on it, try to really like working on the rhythmic parts for the guitars and the drums to kind of fit to the chords. And yeah, so that was already back in 2014. Yeah, late 2014, like in November, I guess. Um, and then we when we got home, I think I wrote that one and Despise the Cross. Uh, Maybe some more stuff as well that I think yeah, and from there we didn't really do much really because we weren't a complete band for a while, and nothing really happened until Daniel got back into the band. So that gave me a big nudge, I guess, to start working again. So from there, somewhere, I don't know, 2018, 2019 or something, I really got into the like the whole writing process more or less. So like the whole span already back from 2014, but nothing really happened. Not much came out until Daniel was in the band, basically.
With with the album, did you decide before COVID that you were going to go into the studio to record the new album, or was there something brought forward because of COVID?
I'd say both, really, because we were about to hit the studio before COVID. We had a Finnish drummer back then, Timo, and as COVID hit us, I remember the last time he got over here and we were rehearsing. We really he basically dodged a bullet. After that, he couldn't travel to Sweden anymore because it was a lockdown, and we were kind of frustrated because we couldn't complete the whole work. So we waited a few months, I guess, and we realized, okay, we need to find a Swedish drummer to be able to do this. So that's we got in contact with Janne from Dark Funeral. I've been in contact with him for a few years now, and so we asked him, and he wanted to do it, so we pretty much did it, and we waited for a couple of months, even more, even after that, because of COVID. But after a while, we thought, well, okay, we really need to get this out now. We can't wait anymore, so let's just do it and put out the album, and whatever happens. Um, so that was the whole thing. We went to the studio, I recorded it, and sent it all the stuff to Metal Blade, and the way things looking right now, I guess we timed it pretty well because things are looking a lot better now.
Yeah. God Ends You. I listened to it and I reviewed it, and I give it actually. I don't normally do this. It's very rare, but I give it a full 10 out of 10.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Fucking amazing album. And
thank you.
I when I first listened to it, I was like, oh my god, this is something fucking special. And I was I I honestly admit I had heard of the band prior to it, and you, due to a number of things, me being away, working overseas and things like that, music wasn't a huge part of it at the time. But it's a special album. So thank you for creating it.
Thank you for saying so.
What's the rest of the response been like to the album?
Oh, that's been. I guess it's been. None has really been bad, So it's like some people, you can see some comments on YouTube and whatever about people, saying it's fucking worthless, and but basically reviews has been from kind of 5 out of 10 and all the way to full 10 out of 10. So mostly I guess 8 or 9 out of 10, the ones that I've seen.
It's the thing is, sometimes I feel when it comes to reading reviews, and especially on social media and on YouTube and things like that, people always like to put their pennies worth in and go out of their way to try and destroy something which they probably never even seen a guitar, never alone pick one up. And it angers me, to be quite honest, when people slag something off when there's no reason for it. But then again, being very similar to yourself with loving classical all the way through to death metal, you've got it. To me, it covers everything, and that can only be a good thing. And it's not very often. I will never destroy an album. If somebody sent me an album and I reviewed it, I would never destroy it because it's someone's creation.
Yeah.
But it's an amazing album. I'm gobsmacked that people have would even contemplate giving it lower than an 8, to be honest. Going forward to your future plans, have you thought about picking up the guitar and maybe dabbling with some new material for the future? Or are you just going to concentrate on the new album now and touring?
Well, what we want to do is we want to find a drummer that we can tour with. Because as for the moment, we don't have a permanent drummer, and we are looking into a few guys right now that we'll try out to have some gigs with, and perhaps tour. And also we will start working on the next album because we want to put out a new album within 2 years from now, and that's about it.
So, quickly talking about touring, before we finish, have you thought about locations you would like to start touring? Have you spoken to the label about possible tour dates or tour locations?
Not really. Like the booking agencies that we have one for North America and one for Europe and Asia, and they come up with different. Would you like to do something in March/April next year? Stuff like that. So basically, they ask us to do a specific tour within a time gap, and it's from there basically, and it's not like we ask to play a certain town or country or something like that.
Finally,
we do want to go.
Pardon? Finally, before you go, do you think you'll be touring the UK in the future?
I hope we will. And yeah, I think so. If we go on a European tour, I guess we will go into UK. That's what we usually do. I don't know how hard it's going to be now with you people being out of European Union. I don't know if it matters at all. The customs is always a bit trickier going into UK, even when you were a part of the European Union. So I don't know, really.
It's Brexit is definitely a troublesome thing, but there seems to be a lot of artists which are coming from Europe over into the UK, so I can't see it being much difficulties. But hopefully,
that's good.
Hopefully we'll see you in the UK either on a full tour or at a festival. But I cannot wait to hear the new songs live on stage. I can't wait because it's
cool.
fucking amazing album. So thank you once again for this. And I do apologize. My voice is gone.
Oh, no, I can hear you clear.
No, great.
If I use
Thank
these
you.
headphones, I always can, hear
Oh,
good.
good.
Yeah.
Good. But thank you for this, and I wish
Yeah.
you all the best for the future, and see you on tour sometime.
Yeah, hopefully, yeah.
Brilliant.
Thank you for the interview.
Okay, take care.
Yeah. Cheers.
Bye.